There he is, everybody. The one and only
Hello.
John Davidson is joining us from Club Sandwich in New Hampshire. And the
Yes.
show starts, the Gym Master Show, with John Davidson, our special guest, great friend of our show, coming up next. One of our great friends of our show and one of the nicest guys on the earth. We're talking about John Davidson. He is back with us here. He is a regular. He's a fan favorite. He's been with us on tribute episodes we've done to celebrity legends. He's been a special guest as well. And now once again, in that really colorful, fabulous shirt, he comes to us from his baby in Sandwich, New Hampshire, Club Sandwich. John, welcome back to the Gym Master Show. We love having you here.
Thanks, Jim. Thanks, Jim. If my song can raise your spirits, if my song can make you dance, if my song can make you dare and out to chance some new romance, if my song and make you reminisce of some sweet day gone by. Then listen to my story, and soon your soul will rise. Well, I guess you're probably wondering what I'm gonna sing on the Gym Master Show. You know, a fella has to holler when he's feeling alright. Finally busted out, I was trapped in your TV. Now I'm here to tell you what you're doing to me. You drive me crazy. About to go insane. Now the fact that you showed up, I don't even know your name. I know you don't expect to hear a medley of my hits. I never had one. You just made me see me in gym. As good as that gets.
Thank you very much. I love that, John. How have you been, my friend? Did you just get off the boat now?
Yeah, I just got off the wagon. No, I've been in Mexico for 6 months also. I have a boat in La Paz, Mexico. It's a 42-foot trawler. And my son uses it when I'm not there. So, yeah, it's been a great winter in Mexico, but I missed a great winter here in New Hampshire. They had a wonderful winter, real New England winter, great snows, a lot of rain. And now it's starting to, the daffodils are out and the summer's coming. And Club Sandwich, I'm doing my 5th season. It's my encore. I'm not going to call it my finale or my encore, whatever. Anyway, we're running this summer from June the 20th. Opening night is June the 20th. It's sold out. The next night, Saturday, June the 21st, is also sold out. And the next weekend is 4 seats short of being sold out, both Friday and Saturday. And then there's a lot of sold out shows during the summer, but we close on September the 29th. And so I hope you come and see me in the Lakes region of New Hampshire. But right now I'm on the Gym Master Show. Yeah, this is my showroom. As Jim and I talked a little bit, and I'm going to get around the showroom. I'll show you some things that might be for sale. If you come to the show, we're going to do an auction. I'm going to get rid of a lot of the memorabilia here that I'll explain about that later. Hi, Jim.
Hey, John, you know, when you designed this incredible Club Sandwich, which you said sells out, and I've been several times, we've driven up to New Hampshire. We've always had a wonderful time. You always have so much good fun and good vibes and work with the audience. They love you. They cheer. You're singing. You're playing full with the audience as well. It's just a spectacular time. When you envisioned Club Sandwich, for anybody who's never been there, but maybe they've read about it, they've heard about Club Sandwich, and they're like, what is this place? What was your dream and your vision when you put this magical place together there in New Hampshire?
Well, if you'd like, my technical director, Connor White, is here. And he'll follow me around with the camera. Should I walk around and just show you the showroom right now?
Absolutely. That would be great, John. Everybody would love to see it. And everybody's saying hello. They're commenting and saying, good to see you, John. They love you.
Hi, everybody. I can't see your comments here, but I'll see it when I watch the show back. Jim, this show plays over and over again, right? You put it
This
on
is archived on our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. Absolutely.
Great, okay. Great. So my career keeps going. Somehow we keep it going, Jim.
Maureen in Arizona said your opening was fabulous.
Was priceless? That means, yeah, because it was free.
Tell us about that fabulous shirt you've got on.
Oh, well, in the middle of the night, I stopped drinking. I've been about a week. I haven't had any wine at all, but many times I drink a glass of wine or two, and I buy things on Amazon. We all do that because it'll be there by tomorrow morning. I buy these shirts. I figure, as you get older, it's fun to wear bright colors because it makes you feel young, right? But yeah, I've got a bunch of crazy. I got new shirts. This is one actually from last year. I might auction off some of my shirts at the show. I got too many shirts now.
Yeah.
Because I order too many things on Amazon.
You might want to move around a little bit because your mic is interfering with something. So you get a little bit of a clicking sound. So maybe if you move around.
Oh, you want to keep the camera up, Colin?
Yeah. You want to show us around?
I can't hear what he's saying. He says we should move around.
Yeah, move around.
You still see me?
Yeah, we see it.
This is the stage. It's all my guitar. These are hand painted from Mexico. This is my rhinestone pink guitar that I'm going to sing for you later in the show. It's a new. Oh, and this, I just thought of something I have to do. This is my classic. This is a silly guitar, but this is a comedy song. But this is my classical. I love this. I bought this in Paris and brought it back. I love to travel and I like to buy guitars all over the world. So that's my classical guitar for doing really sweet things. This is our rear projection screen. Connor White shows, like if I'm singing a song about walking through the woods, we got a woods here. If I'm singing a song about the beach, about the ocean, we do that. If I'm singing a song about my family, I show pictures of my family. If I'm singing a song, whatever, love songs, we show people in love. This is rear projection. The beauty of it is I can get right up close to it, but there's no shadow. You understand? Because it's rear projection. Connor does that. It's all right. And these are my guitars. This guitar was from the boat. This is the guitar I use. Yeah, that's what it sounds like, for going on the beach to campfires. So it can get salt water in it. It was I got a Guitar Center for like $90 or something. But I painted the front. It says Cantante, which is the name of my boat, Cantante. It's just a kick-around guitar. This is another hand-painted guitar from Mexico. Just beautifully painted. Here's a joke guitar. I do a thing about Patsy Cline. I sing, I fall to pieces. And this guitar, I sawed a perfectly good guitar into 3 sections, and the guitar falls to pieces when I sing. It's a stupid idea. Connor told me not to do it, but I had to. Here is this is a double neck ukulele. It's a result of too much necking. And I sing Over the Rainbow sometimes with the somewhere over the rainbow, and play it on a double neck guitar, which is a silly idea. I know. I'm going to walk around this way. Most of the showroom, see now that it's not set up yet because we don't open for another 3 weeks. But you see all these couches, Connor? Can they see that? These are all couches if you'd like to sleep during the show, which if you can do that, then you've got a problem. But these are all these are that. And then I have other folding chairs back there that are still padded, that are still very good for your butt. And so we hold about 55 or close to 60 people this year. You see the floor? This was a barn. This is a real barn. Horses. We used to walk on that. This is a cape that I wore for my Branson show. It's kind of a Liberace or a Prince or a, what would it be? Like an Elvis cape. And that's one of the things that's for sale. It's memorabilia from stuff I've worn. I have a jacket from The Music Man when I sang 76 trombones. I'm going to auction off the jacket I wore for 76 trombones. This is a ventriloquist doll that I had made, and the pictures on the side you probably can't see, when I did the Tonight Show. It's a ventriloquist doll, and the idea that this is my conscience. So the mouth moves and the eyes move. The trouble is, I'm not a ventriloquist, and when I did my voice, I was the voice of the dummy because he would say what I'm really thinking. Does that make sense anyway? So it never worked, so now it hangs on the wall. It is for sale, but it's very expensive. So it cost me like over $3,000. So that's good. This Western outfit I wore doing rodeos. I would would come out on my horse. I used to raise horses, and so it's made by Nudie. Nudie, the famous guy that made Western outfits for a lot of country people. That is also for sale. We're going to auction that off. And more couches, and more chairs. So this is the front door. When you walk into Club Sandwich, you come in this door, hello, and there'll be music playing. And then this is where your tickets. This is where I have all my CDs from my career. My wife Rhonda and I created a geography game called Borderline USA. It's all about where the states are. It's really a fun game, and we won the
Parents' Choice.
The Parents' Choice Award. Connor remembers. And so let me go behind here. Are you still there, Jim?
We are here.
Jim, I thought you might have fallen asleep. So we have these. These are koozies. So whatever you put in them, a cold drink or whatever. And one of the songs I wrote in the show is "Spend one night with an old guy, and you'll never go back to the boys." It's a very funny song about how great it is what great lovers old men are, which is a very questionable thing, but that's my spend one night. And I have all my CDs. I wrote a poem about this old barn, about this barn house, and for their greeting card. Book of verse. I have some of the lyrics and how I wrote the songs. A lot of photos here, a lot of albums. I can audit. This is from The Happiest Millionaire. This is all my album covers that I hung on the wall. This is my centerfold. So stupid. One of the stupidest things I've done in my career, Jim, is I had a manager that said, Helen Gurley Brown from Cosmopolitan wants to do a centerfold of it. It's not, as you can see, I'm wearing a towel. It is not naked. It is not naked. I'm wearing it was a very large towel, but I was wearing a towel. And they made me February, which is the shortest month. But that has nothing to do with the picture. I brought this picture back to the Hollywood Squares.
Does Connor have zoom on that camera? The viewers want him to zoom in.
Well, you can't see anything. My hand is. I'm dressed. It was like Burt Reynolds. Burt Reynolds. You never really saw. His goodies. But that's how good I looked when I look at the muscles. But I don't have any more. But I brought it back to Hollywood Squares, and Paul Lynde said, "Well, you should have been the ambassador to underdeveloped countries." So I thought that was funny. All right, I've told that joke on your show many times.
Yes, and we love it.
Yeah, right. Memorize it. Sardi's? Is there enough light over here, Conan?
Plenty of light. Yep.
Okay. Sardi's is a restaurant in New York, and they did a picture of me. Everybody, not everybody, but if you're lucky, you get your picture on the Sardi's wall. This is a copy of it, and it's a Sardi's. Who's the great guy that did the ones at Sardi's in New York, the restaurant? They have all the showbiz. I can't remember. But I'm auctioning it off now because that copy is in Sardi's, and I've enjoyed it. More album covers here. This is a fan brought in, and I should probably keep that because somebody did that. I didn't do it myself. But isn't that cute? Then this is a poster for Bully. I did a national tour playing Teddy Roosevelt, and that is I there. And It was a one-man show I did on Teddy Roosevelt. I was very proud of that and got some great reviews for that. The Fantastics, my poster. I've always been, I played the boy, Matt, the boy in the Fantastics. It's an off-Broadway musical. And then later I played one of the fathers. And then once I got to play the old actor in the Fantastics. So that's been very close to my heart, that show. Once I did a production of Oklahoma. I had this poster made. Can you see anything funny about it? First of all, this is my horse. And I'm also auctioning off my saddle that I wore with this horse, Polywell. Do you see the hair? I look the father in the Brady Bunch.
Robert Reed.
Robert Reed. I curled my hair. Why? Because the character in Oklahoma is called Curly. Now, I was 50. I looked like Matt Davis. But this was a tour I did with Jamie the Far. He was wonderful. And I also tried to direct it, which was not a good idea. But I was 55. Now, Curly is supposed to be 21. I did so many national tours of Oklahoma and Music Man and a lot of other things. But I was too old to be Curly. But anyway, the poster is for sale. This is a show I did off Broadway with Morgan Fairchild. Yes, it was a show about infidelity called High Infidelity. I played a senator who fools around. That was fun. And let me see. A picture here of That's Incredible that I did with Fran Tarkington and Kathy Lee Crosby. That's Incredible was a big show. You have to be older to know that. A picture of me with my hand up in the air. A picture of me with George Carlin that we're auctioning off. And I admired George Carlin so much. He was a regular on my very first variety show in '66. This is a poster from The Happiest Millionaire with Leslie Warren. I'd be glad to autograph this. Fred McMurray, Tommy Steele, Geraldine Page, and Alligators. The Happiest Millionaire. So that's here. This is the one and only genuine original Family Band, which is the second Disney musical. And Then I played Will Rogers in the Will Rogers Follies. And is that a glare? Is it glaring?
Good through here.
Uh-huh.
Looks good.
That's
Okay.
perfect. Yeah.
Okay. That was fun. I love doing that. I love the music from Will Rogers. Then later I toured in Wicked. I played the wizard in Wicked all over the country. Actually, 4 different tours of playing Wicked. And that was fun. But Wicked is all about the witches. And the wizard sits in his dressing room waiting for the witches to yell and scream. And then they comes out and I'd rather be on stage. Anyway, the ukuleles here. This is my bio. I thought they ought to know because a lot of people have no idea of my career. These are show jackets. I have a Hollywood Square jacket and a That's Incredible jacket and a Music Man jacket. This is from State Fair, a Broadway show that I did. And my name is on the front. It says John and National Tour 91 to 98. And this is my Oklahoma jacket. It has a beaded thing here, and it says John on the other side. Then a chess club. I play chess. I started a chess club here. This is a guitar cover that in high school. See how cute I am? I'm 16 years old. It's made of leather, but we used to have leather kits back then. You could burn your name into leather. I know I'm talking too much, Jim. This will just take a second. And so it says Johnny Davidson. No one has ever called me Johnny Davidson. Please don't call me that. But this, the picture goes with the leather cover. The problem with putting a leather cover on a guitar, there's no possible way you can't hear the guitar play when there's a leather cover on it. You stupid boy.
That's an amazing guitar, Johnny.
Don't call me Johnny. And then this is my Scotland thing. I have a girlfriend in Scotland. She's the love of my life. As many of you followed my career, I've been married twice to 2 wonderful ladies. And I'm in love now. My second wife and I have separated. And all my wives are very happy. But I don't know. You should ask them. But they're probably happier now that they're not with me. But
did I also mention that I'm your nephew? Have I mentioned that yet? Breaking
Even me.
exclusive announcement. I
Yeah,
am John
right.
Davidson's nephew,
Children
long
all
lost
over the country.
nephew.
But none of my children are as cute as Jim Master. So here we are back here. These are bagpipes, which I can't play. This is the Scottish national flag. And so that's the showroom. And I'll sit down here and Connor can go back and put the camera where it was. And so this crazy idea is one that I've always wanted to do, have my own little theater. And this is our 5th season. And it's been great. I try a lot of things. If you come to see the show, you may not see it there next time because I get these crazy ideas in the middle of the night, and I try them. For example, this year, Alexa is part of the show. Alexa, I ask, if I see a lady wearing blue, I say, Alexa, what does it mean when a woman wears blue? And you would be amazed what Alexa says.
Didn't you date her in high school?
Yeah. Alexa will tell you what the color is if a woman is wearing green.
Now, when you sit there for some reason, your sound goes in and out. There's a lot of clicking, but when you were moving around, your sound was pristine. There might be something there interfering with your microphone, but when you're in that area, there's like clicking and you're going in and out. But when you were over by the other guitar and the jackets, you were.
Sit here.
It was better, yeah.
Is it better now?
It is much better, yeah.
Not as good.
Oh, there you go. That's perfect.
You can see me? You can see me
We see you. Exactly.
I just don't have quite the spotlight on me.
That changes it up. That's much more, yeah, exactly. What was it like assembling all of these incredible chairs, too? Because they're part of the history of Club Sandwich.
Well, they're from Goodwill. There's no bugs. There's no cockroaches or fleas in them or anything. But I got them from Goodwill. And now a lot of these chairs are for sale. If you like the chair you're sitting in, you can take it home with you. Because I'm going to live in the showroom. This is going to be my living room starting in October. Because I'm closing Club Sandwich as it is at the end of the summer. I've been doing this 5 years. And I think that's enough, but I'm not retiring. I'm going to do house concerts and things probably here with folding chairs. I'll use folding chairs at Club Sandwich, and it'll be still fun, but I'm going to not do the couches quite as much. I bought a fireplace. I bought an electric fireplace. I never thought that it sounds phony, doesn't it? It sounds like a phony idea. You really? Right?
Not at all. Not at all.
Well, it's not propane. It's not real wood. It's electric. It's a video that plays, and I swear it looks like real flame, and it crackles. And you can make it. You can make it a beach house in the rain. So you hear the little surf outside. You hear the rain falling, and you hear the fire. And I don't have to buy wood or pay for the propane. So anyway, I got a new fireplace to put over the corner. And this is going to be my living room. And because I love Sandwich, New Hampshire. I have more friends here than I've had anywhere that I've lived, California and here. So I love here, and I'm not retiring. I'm going to just do shows here and there because I love singing.
So to sort of wrap things up in the way that you are with Club Sandwich in the form that it's in now, was that an easy decision, a tough decision? Because people have made it part of their destination. They love you. And I've been there multiple times, John, with all seriousness, and the adulation, the love, the warmth that you give off, but that comes back to you from fans that come not just from New England and New York, they come from across the country and everywhere to see you. And they just love the atmosphere that you create there. And I'm sure you've heard people even posting, they'll miss that atmosphere, but you have a lot of things you're doing, and you have, again, that beautiful lady in your life who I personally met last year, and she is a ray of sunshine. She's a very delightful lady and a wonderfully beautiful person inside and out. A pleasure meeting her. Well, is it a tough decision to let that go in its form?
Yeah, I mean, last year was going to be my grand finale. That was it because I forgot some lyrics during a show or two, and many times, sometimes I would forget what key I was at on my guitar. I'm going to be 84 this December. I'm in my 84th year, and I things are different. I have a little more trouble learning songs, and but the show went so well last year. I very rarely speed up lyrics, not any more than I always have throughout my career, even in Broadway shows. But I just feel that I'm at the point where I want to do the best. I'm singing great. I love the way I'm singing now, and I think that's my Broadway training that keeps my voice healthy. But I think it's time to just do an occasional show somewhere. Um, but it was hard. It is hard to let it go. The Eagles have been retiring for 5 years. They're on their farewell tour for 5 years.
Right, exactly. And Tony Orlando did his wrap up as far as touring, but not same like you, not retired, still doing events and other things, but he had his big farewell tour at Mohegan Sun as far as going around the country, doing all that running around because, getting on the planes and the travel, it becomes, especially these days with all the craziness of travel, becomes cumbersome. So
Yeah.
how have you been able to balance all that you've done? Because we've talked about this, you have touched every aspect of the entertainment world, from Broadway to television to film to stage, all of it, comedy, drama, everything, game shows, talk shows, reality shows. You've done it all. And then you create this fabulous venue in New Hampshire. How have you been able to balance time for yourself, time for John and the family with all that you've done in your epic career, John?
Well, thanks, Jim. But yeah, and maybe I haven't always done it well because let's face it, I've had two marriages my, I'm not with those ladies anymore. My kids, there were times when I couldn't be as good a dad as I would like to. I flew my kids into Vegas to be with me in Vegas. That's crazy. And I was on tour a lot. And so both of my wives, I had to say, look, if we want to stay together, we're gypsies. We're gypsies. And that's been a real challenge. Um, Wendy, my girlfriend now, is a doctor. She's a nurse practitioner in Scotland. And she writes prescriptions, and she's like she sees patients and all. She's a nurse practitioner, and she has just retired, and that's one of the reasons why I'm closing clubs because the best time to travel, especially when you live in Scotland, yes, I can go visit her there, and she can visit me here, but the summer months are when the weather is so good, and I was doing this, and as it is, I'm taking one weekend off the summer to go to the Edinburgh, Scotland's Fringe Festival. But I'd rather have these weeks in the summer to go visit my kids and their families. I have two daughters and my son. And all those families, I'd like to be grandpa more. And yeah, I'd like to find another way to do my 80s. I still love performing. And one of the things that keeps me in shape is doing breathing exercises and being in shape for the show so that my show pants still fit, right? Yeah, it keeps me in shape. So I love performing. I love the improv of what we're doing here. There's no script. This is what you're good at as well. It's just talking, and I love that. Anything live, that's why I like doing my talk show, sitting in for Johnny Carson, and I love doing my live shows because a lot of it is improvised, That's what I don't like about Broadway shows is you got to do exactly the same show because 8 shows a week because everybody's counting on you. In films, you don't get any flow going because they stop it. They say, cut. Just as you're getting into something, cut. So there's no flow to doing films. And then 6 movies, and That's fine. It's been great. The Disney films have been a lot of fun. That Happens Millionaire and Family Man. But I think live performing is my favorite thing to do. Always has been. I have an announcement to make. Speaking of something that is rare for me, I met a record label, a guy named Steve Berger, and Vivian, another one of the people there, does most of the contracts and the promotional thing. It's called Verdict Music. Verdict Music is coming out. They're releasing my latest single. I have a single record that is coming out tonight. If you go to Spotify at 12:01 tonight, you will hear my latest love song. It's called Walk With Me. And I'm making a video for it that will come out in a couple of weeks. But I'm on Spotify now and several other music platforms as of tonight, as of tomorrow, because you may not be up at 12:01. I'd love to sing you my love song. Could I do that right now? I'll just do it with guitar. Are you there, Jim?
We are there, and congratulations. That's amazing, John. So 12:01 on Spotify and everywhere.
Yeah.
New music
Those of you
from
who
John
weren't sleeping.
Davidson.
I thought maybe you were sleeping, brother.
No.
So let me get my guitar and sing it there, Connor, since maybe.
And there's the chair.
Yeah.
We love the celebrity chairs that we see. And there's the John Davidson chair. Isn't that a cool one? So many of our guests, we see their chairs because they have to go up and get something. That's the John Davidson chair. And that's going to be available for auction, folks. So get those bids in quick. The whole place is for sale, except John.
Well,
He's taken.
At the right price.
At the right price.
I'm kidding. So this is a song I wrote. It's about Wendy and me, but it's just a love song for everybody. It's a love song for weddings, but I've not announced any weddings lately. It's called Walk With Me. And it's a wonderful record. It's a full record, full orchestra. But I want to do is just get and then I want to sound like I want to do with just guitar. I stole these these chords from a John Denver record, and I won't tell you what it is, but I've taken years to understand what life's journey is all about. I have the strewn, broken promises that guarantee my lonely round. Wasted dreams, expectations, try to make it on my own, but now you come into my life, and I don't want to walk alone, but don't walk behind me. I may not leave. Don't walk ahead. I may not follow. Just walk beside me and be my friend. Side by side, we will face tomorrow. To love another can make us senseless as we float on those clouds above. We can soar so high with passion, mustn't lose ourselves to love. We're all searching for the perfect landing. Our hearts on common ground where we'll feel free to celebrate the joy of loving that we found. But don't walk behind me. I may not lead. Don't walk ahead. I may not follow. Just walk beside me and be my friend. Side by side, we will face tomorrow. Oh, 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 I'm on a Jim Master show.
I love it. You customized that just for us.
I'm pretty excited about it, yeah.
Tell us more about the inspiration. That's a beautiful song, John, and everybody's been commenting and celebrating it. Bravo. Jane's watching in Sweden and Maureen in Arizona. That was absolutely beautiful. My eyes are leaking a little bit. Crystal in Connecticut. Beautiful song. Crystal, you got to take a ride from Connecticut up to New Hampshire to see John. He will welcome you with open arms. It's a fabulous place. Christopher Joseph in Ohio, great song playing and vocals as well. Austin Field, you got to love John singing. Kathleen in New York City, awesome with Clap, Clap, Clap. Everybody loving it, John. They're going to be up at 12:01 Spotify for sure. They're all going to be up.
It's on Spotify, yeah, starting tomorrow or at 1 o'clock, at 12 o'clock tonight, yeah. It's a big thrill for me. I have never had a big signature song, and I wouldn't mind if this was my signature song to talk about the importance of love. It just, to be in love, I feel so lucky to have Wendy with me, and I've loved before, but never like this. So I'm a very lucky guy.
You can see the glow and the happiness, John. And I saw it when I was there at Club Sandwich last year. We drove up and spent a couple of days in New Hampshire, and then we came to see you, had dinner next door at the restaurant next door, which is always nice food and good people. It's a beautiful area there. And that's one thing, like I was saying, you have done so much in television, film, and stage and everything else. But that one, I mean, most people would look at your career. I'm a broadcast host, television, radio, and everything, and I admire, respect, and honor everything you've done. And you're a really nice guy, even though you tease and say you're not. You are. You're nice to everybody. You're welcoming.
Nobody's nice all the time.
Not all the time. Not all the time.
I can be petty. I can be jealous. I can be, we all can be everything.
You only stepped on my foot once and told me to get the hell out once, but that's only once. You said, I'm going upstairs, get the hell out. We're closed. I sang for you. You only did it once. In our industry, that's often. People do that all the time to one another.
Yeah, thanks for coming to the show.
We've come every year. But it's you've always said that there was that elusive thought of having that one special song that was yours that became a hit. And it's something with everything you've always done, and looking at it through the lens as somebody in the same industry who respects everything that you've done and, roots you on, John. Congratulations on this, because it's a beautiful song. There's a beautiful reason for it, but I do think that this will be the hit you're looking for, my friend.
Well, it's nice of you to say that. Tony, you mentioned Tony Orlando before. He's always been a good friend. He brought me into the studio. He tried to get me a hit record. Hoyt Axton tried to get me to record one of his songs and have a hit record. He produced it. David Gates of Bread. Remember Bread? If a picture paints 1,000 words, then how can I paint you? And so I did a Bread song. I did a Mac Davis song. Tried to get. I just I don't know, but I've written a crazy song now. My record company, Verdict Music, they said we want to follow up your love song with maybe something a little different. And so I said, well, I wrote this song about an experience I had, and thanks, God, Father's helping me, because now that I've sat in the thing, now for something a little different.
Now, who gave that to you? Tammy Faye Baker?
No. It's the feathers that
It's we love it. It's terrific. Tell us about the history of it. It's awesome.
this is silly, Jim. This is just I found I got to plug this microphone in so I can I can't see through all the feathers.
Either Tammy Faye Baker or maybe that came from Phyllis Diller.
Oh, Phyllis Diller.
Phyllis, right?
I work with her. So she opened for me. I opened for her at the Riviera, and Phyllis Diller opened for me at the Hilton, the Elvis showroom at the Hilton. Just a great lady. Phyllis Diller.
Yeah. Huh?
She was so much help to me. Was honest. She's just a veteran. Anyway, that's a long story. So I was passing a music store, and I looked in, and here was a rhinestone pink guitar. These are rhinestones with feathers around it, and I thought, that is crazy. So I wrote a song. I brought it home, and my wife at that time said, take it back. Take it back. That is just the stupidest idea you've ever had. And here is the dumbest song that I've ever written, but I just love it. I lived a fairly quiet life in the middle of the road. Always tried to do what's right. I've always followed Boy Scout code. I've never been a rocker, never had a skull tattoo, no mohawk or a nose ring or a beard like Fu Manchu. Each time temptation popped its head, I turned and walked away. I never took the road less traveled, at least not into the day. In the music store, she was just hanging. She was the prettiest one by far. Could swear I heard her whisper, have you ever had a rhinestone pink guitar? She got me looking at her body. She knew she had me in her spell. I saw her G-string sparkle. This morning's door's going to hell. I said, please be gentle. I never had one quite like you. You're just so pink and sexy, and are so red, white, and blue. She said, are you walking on the wild side, shopping down bizarre? Are you gonna be a little crazy with a rhinestone pink guitar? Are you tired of singing back? Do you wanna be a star? And I am man enough to handle a rhinestone pink guitar. I got a great guitar player this year, John Petzarelli. He's going to do some Chuck Berry. Second verse. Oh, I knew that it was wrong. The voice said, she's no good for you. Her hot licks will burn your fingers. She's a temptress. She's a shrew. Oh, with trembling hands I grabbed her. So with trembling hands I felt her vibrate from head to toe. And when I put my arms around her, I could tell she was ready to go. So I paid the price and I bought my vice. I brought her home with a great big grin. Now each night I plucked the pink lady, and I'm living in rock and roll sin. I'm walking on the wild side, shopping the bazaar, and I'm going crazy. I'm taking time, and I'm tired of singing back up, and I'm gonna be a star, and I'm man enough to handle a rhinestone playing guitar. That's stupid, Jim.
It's fantastic, Johnny. It's a great
It's fun.
song.
It's fun to sing. So in the middle of all the ballads I do, I do a lot of crazy songs. This has nothing to do with this guitar, but this is about feeling that as I get older that I would have more knowledge, that I would know all the great questions of life. The more I know, the less I know for sure. Down through the ages, wise men and sages, searching for knowledge, they wandered. But I've roamed and I've combed through the great ancient tomes. Still late at night, I wonder, why do men have nipples? How come Tarzan never had a beard? Why do bars have parking lots? If I can't drink and drive. And it goes along like that. Just a stupid song. Anyway. Yeah. So I do a lot of crazy songs, and then I do some lovely love ballads too.
I was going to ask you, because I know you were away. We did a tribute episode to him, and you've been a part of some of our wonderful tribute episodes. You were on for Peter Marshall, but a couple of people asked me too your feelings on the passing of Wink Martindale.
Oh yeah, I thought about you, and I could. You asked me to do the Wink Martindale tribute, and I couldn't. I was doing something. What a great guy! He was so supportive of other television hosts. When I did, he congratulated me when I took over for Peter Marshall for Hollywood Smith. Tom Bergeron is indebted to Wink Martindale for all the great ideas. Wink Martindale was also a great producer of shows. Many people don't know that he had great ideas, just a real gentleman. And I think he found out earlier in life that that's what he should be doing, be a host, I'm not sure he was ever an actor or a singer. I think he started out. Do you know, Jim? Do you know how he started?
He started in radio, and he was with Elvis Presley when Elvis was making his big debut. He interviewed him on the radio. He was a real tried and true broadcast guy, and then went into the world of television and tons of game shows, amazing amount of game shows he did. Tic-tac-toe and all the rest. But people were asking me about, what did John feel about the passing of Wink? And there's been so many fabulous legends that, have passed recently. But Wink was a real gem of a guy. He was a guest several times on our show. To a matter of fact, when we did a special on Bob Barker, Wink came on. Wink's wife, Sandy, came on as well.
Yes. I've never met Sandy. I don't. But I did a tribute.
Wink spoke highly of you as well when I mentioned you being, knowing you and being a guest on the show and Club Sandwich and everything. And he had great respect for you as well, he said, John.
Oh, thank you. He came up to me after a speech that I did. We did a show about Bob Banner was the television producer who discovered me on Broadway and brought me to television in 65. I came to Broadway in 1964, and Bob Banner, he brought Cal Burnett to Broadway as well, and Dom DeLuise, and many people he brought to his television shows, the Gary Moore show and the Cal Burnett show and all that. But we did a tribute to him, and I did a joke about my hair. People always kid me about my hair, and my wife said to me, "Why don't you cut your hair? You look stupid." And I said, I don't want to cut my hair because I'm getting older and I don't want to look like an old man. She said, great, now you look like an old woman. And Wink just thought that joke, that really worked. And he came out to me and said, can I borrow that joke? It was great. I said, of course you can. I forget where I got it. I must have stolen, borrowed it from somebody. There's so many great comedians nowadays on the internet and on late night TV and everything. I occasionally borrow a joke or two, and I try to change them to make them my own.
Kind of like Milton Berle.
Well, yes, that's right. But it's try to get the essence of the joke, but try to change it in some way because it is stealing. But so many times a joke is dependent on how it's told. That's what makes it work. Mm-hmm. And so the things that I write for myself often work better, if not just as well. Yeah.
Is there an autobiography or a memoir in your?
No.
I can only imagine what that would be like. The things you've done, the people you've met.
No, everybody
has asked you, right?
Well, when I was touring with Jamie Farr in Oklahoma, he was wonderful. We did a tour of Oklahoma, and he was working on a memoir type thing. And I thought I didn't know how to say it to him that as much as people love all people in show business, but these backstage stories. So I was kind of negative about that. I probably shouldn't have been. It was no reflection on him. But Jay Leno told me he spent all his time writing his biography, and it was in the discount section within a month. And that's just what happens with these books. We've heard all these backstage stories. I have some great stories of meeting famous people, but and my career. But first of all, I've never felt that anybody would read it. So I just rather keep those stories to myself at a dinner party. I don't tell usually stories about myself. I just don't. I don't know. I don't really. I don't dwell much on the shows that I've done. I've forgotten a lot of the things I've done. Maybe it's just getting older. But I'd rather, I don't think I've done my best show yet. And in the show, I'm just putting in an Alan Jackson song called "The Older I Get," and it's a great lyric. Alan Jackson's a wonderful country writer, just a wonderful writer, and he says, I have a feeling that I'm just getting to my best years yet. I think the best is yet to come. So I think writing books about the past just doesn't interest me. Yeah. And I don't think anybody would care.
Oh, sure they would. Everybody. I mean,
no, I didn't say that, so you'd say that. I just don't. You don't have to say that.
And we're announcing that also at 12:01 tonight in paperback and hardcover.
No, please, no, save me from a biography.
Save from the writing. Diana already has her tickets for Sandwich, she says.
Oh, so good. Thanks, Diana.
And she's coming from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania to see you.
Yeah, Diana, when you get here, I always meet people after the show. Make sure you say that you're a Jim Masters fan, because I am too. And remind me that we met on the Jim Masters show.
That was funny. Remember, I think there was somebody that you had asked me about. You were talking about somebody when you were on stage, and you asked me if I ever did that person, meaning, of course, had them as a guest on the show. It was somebody that you were referring to. And I had said, I think I said no, but I did Florence Henderson or what? and you ran with.
No, you made it funny. But that's what in the business, we always say, oh, have you done Sandy Duncan? Oh, she's great. But what we mean is interviewed her or done a, So that's how talk show people talk.
If you look at everything, and you've done a lot and continue to do, what would be one or two of your moments in your career that really personally stand out as your favorites? It might not even be what everybody would expect, what people have as their John Davidson favorites, but what
Yeah.
would be one or two moments in your incredible career that stand out for John?
Uh, Definitely opening night on Broadway for the first time. I've done 3 Broadway shows, but when I opened for when I played Bert Lahr's nephew. I was coming out to meet my uncle in the Yukon in a show called Foxy, the musical. I just got to New York. I was 23 years old. That's where Bob Banner spotted me. And I did a couple scenes with Bert Lahr. He was the Cowardly Lion in Wizard of Oz. But opening night with that was just the scariest, but just the big, I thought, I'm on Broadway. And then when I opened in State Fair, it was good. You all know that by opening night, you've done the previews, and so the reviewers aren't usually there on opening night. They've already seen the show in the previews. And so opening night is just to go out and celebrate the show, you know. So it should be a fun night, but it's still a nerve-wracking thing. That's the big thing. Also, I played Curly on a Broadway production. It was a Broadway revival in '65. Played Curly in Oklahoma with Susan Watson as Laurie, and I've done a lot of national tours of playing Curly, and that was exciting. Opening in Vegas, I played the Elvis showroom. I played the Elvis showroom a lot at the Hilton Hotel. That was pretty darn exciting. Interviewing Betty Davis on my show, interviewing Burt Reynolds. Really big stars. I can't even speak. I start tripping over my tongue.
Well, you had the Andy Gibb and Victoria Principal interview, which was groundbreaking.
Yeah, I'm starstruck. I still Carol Burnett is a good friend and a big part of my life. She introduced me on television in a show called The Entertainers. Carol Burnett still introduces me at Club Sandwich in a video. I've used it now. This is my 3rd year using it, Johnny. I just kept it because she's so wonderful. I called her and said, would you introduce me at Club Sandwich? She said, sure, I would. And she did a video, just incredible. But the truth is, I can't even talk to Carol Burnett. I mean, we'll talk about all those things but she and I've never really talked to each other. I'm just too much in awe. I never met Jimmy Stewart, but I met who was in On Golden Pond.
Is it Henry Fonda or Katharine Hepburn?
Henry Fonda. I met. I just couldn't speak. Never met Jimmy Stewart. Gregory Peck. I met.
How about Dick Van Dyke, who's going to be 100?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I saw him do Music Man in LA and then went backstage, and it was just great. But a lot of the famous people I've interviewed on my talk show, and it's still exciting to me. I just major people. It's amazing. Anyway, thank you. Listen.
You mean it's incredible, not amazing? That's incredible.
That's incredible. Are we over, Jim? Aren't you? You've given me enough time. Don't you have to go interview?
You just look so comfy in that chair.
I am, because and you can buy this chair. No, it's not buy. The chairs are all free. Any chair that you like in the showroom, except for a couple that I want to keep, you can take home with you, and you don't have to pick it up that day. If you come to my show, you can take your chair home, put it in the back of your car. You can pick it up later that week, unless you live in Pacoima, wherever you live.
What about that stunning painting that's lit up behind you on the wall to the left of you?
Yeah, that family's been passed down through our family. I've had a lot of posters up on that level. I took these off in order to do the auction at the show. It's a country scene. It looks like an English painting, like a Constable or a Turner. Can you see it? Should I do concert? Should I do closer to it? I don't know.
Sure, yeah. It's beautiful. It is beautiful.
It's not worth a lot of money. It isn't. But it's an original oil painting. And it came down through our family. I had a great aunt who passed it down. I think the frame is worth as much as the painting. It's just it's a country scene. I think it's English, but or maybe it's somebody imitating Constable or Turner, But the Turner was all about the light, But it's an original oil painting that's been passed down through our family. I love the train. So thank you for noticing that.
That is beautiful. It really, really is.
Mhm.
And Diana says she saw you as Curly.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Yep. And Christopher in Ohio says he has a book somewhere about John Davidson and his summer camp for young entertainers.
Yeah. Yeah. And I did write that book. That was a textbook in a lot of schools. It's called The Art of the Singing Entertainer. Because I was in a terrible fire in Cincinnati, Ohio, just south of Cincinnati, Ohio. Uh, uh, and It's called the Beverly Hills Club. And 160 people lost their lives in the fire, my musical director. And I got out through a back door, and I felt so lucky to be alive. And that's when I thought about, I got to do something to give back. So I did a JDSSC, John Davidson Singer Summer Camp on Catalina Island, and coached young singers in singers, song styling, what songs are right for you, stage movement, comedy segments, and we performed in Avalon, the Avalon level. It was a great experience for me. But yeah, and I didn't like teaching, by the way. I felt, if anyone's watching who's a teacher, I never realized that a teacher, it can be very frustrating. In a class of, let's say you have 30 students, 10% are going to get what you're talking about right away. That's the joy of teaching, I think. 10% are never going to understand what you're talking about and are not really going to get it. And in the middle is all different things. So even though I was talking about performing and all, and part of it is my teaching skills. I had a lot to learn about teaching, but I didn't like teaching. It's very hard. Good teachers are an amazing thing to really be able to communicate. But the joy of teaching is not always joyful, because just what I said, the percentages that really understand what you're saying.
Yeah, a couple of questions here. I think it was Diana or Joni that was asking if any plans to relocate to beautiful Scotland.
No, to get my Scottish citizenship, my brother did that, it takes years. It takes years to do that. I'm not sure I can do that. On a visa, you can stay in Scotland for 6 months. So what we're doing is I go over there for 6 weeks at a time, and many times during the year. And Wendy can come over here for, I think, 3 months. I think you can get a visa. Of course, now with the way things are going, sometimes a visa is not worth what it has been in the past. And we have this strange thing that's going on in the country. I don't want to do any comments on what's happening in the country. I don't want to get political at all. I'm an entertainer. I'm a clown. I want to remain a clown. But I'm a little bit worried about her coming over and being able to get in. And so anyway, so we're going to go back and forth. No, I love the U.S. A phenomenal country, and I hope we can keep it.
Absolutely, my friend. And Joni says, loving it, having a great time. Austin Field, loving your comedy and your playing, loves the painting as well and everything that he's seeing there. And Leo True Frost, a big fan. He wanted to just say he loves your singing. He's always followed you. He loves your comedy and comedic timing. So a lot of folks saying some really, really wonderful things here and loving what we're saying here. And Cullen Fields says, X gets the square.
X gets the square, yeah.
X gets yeah.
By the way, I didn't expect that many people to be showing up, because
they are all here.
Because on my end, my promotion person, he's fabulous, but somehow my virtual assistant in Michigan, Kyle Van Dam, who's incredible, but somehow I think he sent you the phone numbers to the last time I was on the show. So I'm amazed that so many people showed up.
Oh, yeah. He posted the link to last year's conversation, right?
I'm so sorry.
I want
everybody to know that it wasn't Jim that made that. It was my guy. We try to be perfect, but we're not.
And that you're not right now. He is actually here live. I'm here live. We're not AI. This is not last year. Christopher says John's pearls of wisdom. And Diana says, John, always be happy. And Jim, thanks for going live. And Cullen Fields says, I appreciated your appearance on our Peter Marshall tribute episode that we did. You were so gracious to come on with all those other wonderful people talking about Peter Marshall.
Yeah, well, there's another guy that just supported other artists like crazy. He called me after I got the revival of Hollywood Squares. After he did it, he won all the awards for it. And he called me and congratulated me on getting the show. And his lovely wife was so nice. And it's just he's just such a giving person. There's a lot of people like that in show business, and those are the kind of people in show business like you that I will appreciate it.
And Joanne Heideck Hopkins says, hi, John, and wishing you well. And Maureen in Arizona, I never miss when John Davidson visits Loverty Hall, which is here at the Jim Master Show. She's always here when you're here as well, which we really appreciate. You know, John, I know you're very humble, and we tease back and forth all the time, but you do have similar vibes just in terms of a Sammy Davis Jr. vibe, having done everything, an ultimate entertainer in every which way or form, and everything that you want to do. Because, you know, sometimes I sit back, and even when I'm there at Club Sandwich, I just watch the way you do what you do. You are not only a true professional, but you are so good, smooth, and comfortable in what you do, and you make everybody feel comfortable. You make everybody feel happy. And I think that's why people all these years later want to hear from John Davidson, love hearing from John Davidson. When you're on our show, it's a blessing, and all these people are here as well, which we appreciate, and everybody's commenting. But you are an ultimate, I know you'll never put that banner out, you know, but happy to myself. You are an ultimate entertainer like a Sammy Davis Jr. because you've tapped into every area of our lives, John, and you need to know that. I know you're humble about it, but I'm happy to spread it. I do it on and off the air as a guy who does similar stuff, television, radio, what have you. You really are an inspiration, and you really are an ultimate entertainer in every way, shape, and form, John.
Thanks. Well, thank you very much. That's one of the things that Bob Banner, the guy who found me on Broadway, said. You're not going to just be a spear, a one-pointed thing. You're going to be a pitchfork. He said, let's make you a pitchfork. A Swiss Army knife. So yeah, dancing, singing, acting, Shakespeare, do comedy, and be the ultimate. Try to do it all. Now I don't, I can't. But to be that well-rounded performer, that's the way I got into the business. I recommend that to young people. Don't, as they say, put all your eggs in one basket. If you're a singer, take some acting class. If you're a dancer, take some singing lessons, and that may not be. Then you think of people that really concentrate, like Tony Bennett did one thing, did a great. Johnny Mathis, one of my favorite voices. He just sang. He didn't try to do jokes or And Karen Carpenter, it's just sang, and don't try to do dramas and things. So it often happens because, but focusing is sometimes good too. And I may have been out of focus a lot in my career. I get bored with things. I like variety. Maybe I should have concentrated more on one field, but I think I would have been bored.
Exactly. Yeah, you've touched upon all of it. And again, all those incredible appearances on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, which are always talked about, even, by other hosts. Those of us in the industry, we always refer to The Tonight Show as a beacon. And you, I think you've still hold that record, right? In terms of hosting.
No. Only for singers.
For singers, yeah, still.
Yeah. Well, but not many singers hosted for Carson. We're guest hosts. I guest hosted 80-something times. And most of the time, he would give that to comedians. So that's the record.
Still.
It doesn't mean anything. It was a great experience. You know what I'm thinking about now? Dinner.
What are you going to have?
I am so hungry.
What are you going to have?
Well, I buy frozen things at the market. That's all I do, because I live alone most of the time when Wendy's not here, and I take things out of the freezer and heat them up, and I think I'm having garlic chicken with vegetables. Why should you have?
Good.
Why should you have to know that? Why is it any of your business, Mr. Masters, what I eat? What are you, a doctor? You're trying to control my diet?
It's going to be in my book. Available at 12:01 tonight.
Thanks for talking to me. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Jim.
Cullen
Yeah.
Fields says, I was thinking about your impressive career and only have one thing to say. That's incredible. And
Thank you.
Leo,
so much.
Leo says he loves this finale. He loves your finale. Well-rounded entertainer and performer. Hoping to visit Club Sandwich. Lots of love coming your way here. And also, Maureen has a quick question regarding your song coming out. Random question for John. Does your song drop on Spotify at 12:01 Eastern time? She's in Arizona. I hope so.
Eastern.
It'll be 9:01 for me.
That's what they say. It's 12:01 Eastern, so
Eastern.
it's 9:01. You could be one of the first people to hear it on Spotify.
She's going to grab it. She's already excited.
You're
John,
so nice. Thanks.
John, you're really one of my favorite people in the industry. I love having you here.
Thanks,
it's like
Jim.
talking to a friend, and
Thanks
I
so much.
appreciate your generosity of time, singing, performing, making us laugh. And congratulations with the song, everybody. It's only a couple hours away from now. Stay up, have some coffee, be one of the first to get that song, and let's make it a hit for John.
But
let's
it'll be
make
there.
it a hit.
It'll be there forever on Spotify. You don't. Okay. Yeah.
Let's make it a hit. Let's bring
All
this
right.
to #1. You heard it on the Jim Masters show. Let's get him that song he's wanted.
It's a wedding song. If you're getting married, use my song in your wedding, or invite me to your wedding. I'll come with my guitar, and depending on where you live. I mean, if you live in Tokyo, it could be hard.
Everybody's
Listen,
saying it. They
here's
love
the
it. They're
problem.
going to get it.
My
Yes.
stomach is growling.
You
I
got to
am
eat,
so
my
hungry.
friend.
I
Go
am not
eat.
I'm not a machine.
You
I
t-
have to eat.
John, you talk so much. It's
I'm
unreal.
I'm not a robot. I have to put food in my mouth.
You forgot to give us a tour of the restrooms. We
All
love
right.
you, John.
Bye.
Go eat.
Thank you,
Go
Jim.
eat. It's always
Thanks.
a pleasure. Thanks to Connor for his arm is probably very sore right now holding that camera. But
That's what he
truly,
does. It's what he does. He just Connor White is incredible. All right, thank you.
an
Bye.
honor and a pleasure, John. You be well. Take care, okay, my friend?
Thank you.
Take care now. John Davidson on the Jim Masters Show. How cool. We always have a good time. Lots of laughs. We always razz each other. You know, it's we're good friends. He's a blessing. He's a friend of our show. And Kathleen says, so glad you can come back to see us, John. He's going to have, was it garlic chicken, I think he's making, or something with garlic. I think it was chicken. Now I'm hungry. I bet you're hungry listening to what he was talking about. And yeah, love it when you're here. I love it when he's here too. Appreciate the levity, Cullen Fields and Diana. Thank you for watching and your comments as well. And Maureen saying, nice to see you again, John. Thanks for the concert. Love and hugs to you as well. We were working behind the scenes to get the audio just right because they were trying a different method. And a little bit of clicking or static here and there, but it sort of went away, which was great. And it was terrific because he's sort of tucked away there in Sandwich, New Hampshire, which is in the Lakes region of New Hampshire. If you've never been there, it's a beautiful area of New England and of New Hampshire. A lot of little restaurants there and places to go and see. We've been there several times to Club Sandwich. We usually make a little trip in the fall. We go up to see John and chat with him. One of the times we had a little wine with him and friends, a group of us. It was really beautiful, really nice. And then we go up towards Mount Washington because he's not actually too far from Mount Washington, and we'll climb Mount Washington and do some sightseeing. It's a great area there in beautiful New Hampshire. But yeah, he's going to be wrapping up Club Sandwich in its form that it is, with all of the artifacts and memorabilia and that stage and all those comfy chairs. Now, I think on this episode, he really gave us, because he has been on our show several times and he's given us little tours of Club Sandwich. But I think you really got a good feel for what it looks like and how comfortable it is. Usually he's always on the stage, and then he'll take us on a little bit of a tour of some of the, memorabilia that's at Club Sandwich. This time he took us all around, except the restrooms. You can see them for yourself when you go. But he also sat in the chairs. And I really enjoyed that, because originally he was going to be on stage and everything was going to be on that stool. But there was a little bit of a staticker happening when he was on the stool on stage. It's just the microphone maybe picking up sounds or something, or some feedback. But when he moved around and he planted himself in that beautiful, cushy chair, it was so comfortable, wasn't it? That wasn't planned. We just rolled with that. And John loves that too. He loves things that are live, as do I, as a broadcast television radio guy myself. I love live. And it was just really cool that he was tucked away and he was playing and debuting that song that's coming out on Spotify. He's wanted that hit song. He's done so much in television and film and stage, but he's had that, and he's sung many songs. He's been on Broadway and all the rest he talked about, but he's always wanted that one particular hit song that was his own John Davidson song, not John Davidson, singing other people's songs and what have you, but he wanted his own song. And he shared a couple with us, and that's fantastic. Really a nice guy. He's very humble about it. We tease each other, razz each other, but have great respect for one another. And, as a guy who does this work professionally, myself in the industry as a television and radio media personality, I've always admired John well before he came on the Jim Masters Show series. He was one of the folks I always wanted to have on the show, not just to say I had John Davidson on the show, but because he's a broadcast host, he's a game show host, he's an actor, singer, a true entertainer. And I've just enjoyed, his way. And he's very witty, he's very quick, he's funny. And the banter that he and I have, there's something about it. I don't know what it is. It's just pure and real and funny. I think it's the teasing. It's like brothers. It's the teasing that's so terrific. You would like to see John on Hollywood Squares with Drew Barrymore. Wow. That would be great. If he was in one of the squares, maybe. And Crystal, who's watching in Connecticut, who wants to go up to New Hampshire, I would recommend it. And remember, folks, John said, when you go to Club Sandwich, let him know personally, because he's right there. He talks to everybody. He'll say hi to you. Let him know you went because you heard it and saw it on the Jim Masters Show series. Thank you, Jim, and John, for a fantastic show. I plan to visit Sandwich, New Hampshire. It's beautiful, Crystal. It's right in the Lakes region of New Hampshire. It's really nice. You'll enjoy it. And I hope to see you back on the show soon. You can see past episodes when John Davidson was here. He's been here several times as an exclusive, valued guest, a real friend of our show. He gives us, an ample amount of time, and then always at the end teases, I gotta go. What's going on? I got to unplug. I'm running out of battery. I got to go eat. It's the thing that we do. It's very, very funny. I was waiting for him to do it, and he did it. It is a beautiful area, Diana, of New Hampshire. It really, really is. And you want to bring him back. Well, Leo, I let him know for you that you said that you really admire him and his comedy and all the rest. And he did a couple of songs for us and debuted some exclusives. And again, on Spotify and elsewhere, more than just Spotify at 12:01, that new song is going to come out. And, we are working on that. Actually, you're talking about Tom Bergeron. Tom Bergeron actually is going to be on a new show. Remember, he was on Dancing with the Stars. Tom Bergeron, another great host. He's originally from Boston. Started out in good old Boston, WBZ TV4 Boston. He hosted People Are Talking which was a series of talk shows that was created by Group W, Westinghouse Broadcasting, and they did it in Philadelphia on KYW. They did it in Baltimore in WJZ, Channel 13, of which Oprah Winfrey was one of the original co-hosts at WJZ, Channel 13 in Baltimore, the ABC affiliate. She was co-host on People Are Talking in Baltimore. Tom Bergeron was in Boston at WBZ TV4 as the co-host of People Are Talking in Boston. But he's going to be hosting a show called Dancing with the Sharks. It's a new show. He just announced it yesterday, and it's coming soon. We are this close. We would love to get him, and we have some mutual friends in the industry. So thanks for that, Joseph, and it's good to have you here. And yes, he is a versatile talent, and I wanted to let him know that, personally on the air. But Tom we were hoping to get him on the Peter Marshall tribute special, because Tom Bergeron, of course, hosted Hollywood Squares. Peter Marshall was the original host. If you didn't see that tribute episode, John Davidson was on it and some other amazing guests. Check out some of our tribute episodes. We just did a wonderful one on Burt Reynolds, which was terrific. I don't know if you saw the episode with Jeremy Miller, who was on Growing Pains, or the episode of the Jim Masters Show where Rob Stone was on our show as well. Rob was Kevin Owens on Mr. Belvedere. He was just with us. Jeremy Miller was on Growing Pains as Ben Seaver. We've had so many great guests, so many great shows, and so excited to put these shows together and to have so many of our guests want to return and join us once again on the Jim Masters Show. It's really terrific. Taking a look at some of these comments here. Thanks for all the comments, everybody. If this is your first time here, we invite you, well, first we welcome you to the Jim Masters Show Entertainment Lifestyle Celebrity Talk Show series. And then we welcome you to give us a like and share and comment and come see us again, because there's so many great episodes. You can follow us on social media. We're also available on Facebook and X and Instagram at Jim Masters TV. And you can check us out on all the archived episodes. This is archived as well on our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. If you haven't subscribed, we would love it if you subscribe and share it. There are well over, at the time of this show now, if you're watching this 6 months from now or a year from now, it'll be past that. But as of this broadcast now, there's over 1,300 episodes. 1,300 episodes and counting of the Jim Masters Show Entertainment Lifestyle Celebrity Talk Show series archived that you can watch. It's amazing. That many shows in what is now 5 years. This is our 5th anniversary. We are working on a special episode. I've been really, really super busy with my professional work in television and radio. I've been on the air. I've been on TV shoots, hosting multiple radio shows during the day. So I've been really busy. But we have a wonderful 5th anniversary celebration episode of the Jim Masters Show. We've hit the 5-year mark as of last week. I can't believe that, or maybe even a couple of weeks before that. But it's amazing that long, and tremendous. A lot of incredible conversations we've had, and we've met so many amazing people who have become friends, including several of our viewers who've become friends, our JMS Lovities, and we're working on a show to mark the 5th anniversary. So stay tuned for that. We'll keep you posted on social media when we have that very soon. And we wanted to work on something special. We don't just want to slap something together. So we're working on that for you. Diana, thank you very much for your generosity. Very kind to do a super sticker. I always try to acknowledge when people do support our series, and she's doing that in our JMS Lovity Hall chat room, chatting with some of the other folks in the chat room. So thank you, Diana. That's very kind of you, and we really appreciate that. And Cullen Fields says, we love your show. Cullen Fields watching in good old Philadelphia. We appreciate that as well. And Kathleen in New York says, you do an amazing show every time. Thank you for bringing us the best always. One thing too, we don't script these shows. I don't read things from a teleprompter. I'm not reading a script. These are all free flowing and me chatting with all of you and the guests too. I don't send them questions. They don't send me questions. We have a good time and it's conversational, like Johnny Carson and Dick Cavett and all the originals, Regis Philbin. You love John's humor. Thanks for being with us tonight. You're welcome, Jane watching in Sweden. Absolutely. Kathleen in New York City as well. Absolutely. And Leo, thanks for being here as well. Leo is a super fan, lovely, of the Jim Masters show. He has supported our show as well in the past, which was very kind of him as well. You guys are great. If this is your first time here, again, so many great episodes, so many great guest stars joining us, and we absolutely loved it. Again, if you didn't see the Burt Reynolds conversation or special that we did, remembering Burt Reynolds, take a look at this. We talked about the last interview that he did with screenwriter, the incomparable Rick Pemplin, which was truly, truly amazing. Really, really fantastic. Really cool stuff. And we appreciate, once again, the one and only John Davidson for stopping by. There he is, when he hosted Hollywood Squares, but he's done so much more than that. Right here on the Jim Masters Show. Epic conversation. We appreciate all of you here. It's always nice when we gather. I love when we see all these happy faces and all the comments lets us know we're doing something that connects with you as well. Our show is very different. There's a ton of things you could be doing and watching and seeing on the internet, on YouTube and television and everywhere else. But the fact that you're here with us, with our unique celebrity talk show series and our entertainment lifestyle series, means a great deal. So thanks so much, everybody. We thank John Davidson and the crew there in Connor and Company up at Club Sandwich in New Hampshire. What a cool, this was a lot of fun. And it just was, I loved it. He's eating his garlic chicken right now. I'm hungry. I think I'm going to have a snack too. You guys are probably hungry as well. My pleasure, Diana. Absolutely. Thanks to everybody. We shall see you on the next episode. Check out our archives as well. It's always a blessing when you do that. And again, give this episode a thumbs up like. There's a like icon. It's a thumbs up. You see it right there next to the episode on the YouTube channel. Share this from the YouTube channel or right on your social media. Let people know about the show. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV, and drop a comment below. Even if you commented in our JMS Lovely Hole chat room, leave a comment below. We would love that, and we love to interact with you as well. So, with that said, this is our finale, and have a tasty cake for dessert. That sounds good. We have some popsicles. I think I may have a popsicle. What else could we have? I think there's some cookies. There's some almonds. There is some popcorn. We could pop some popcorn. Maybe we could make a sandwich. Oh, no. The garlic chicken sounds really good about now. He's funny. What do you need to know that for? It's going to be in the book. Our book, the Jameis Levity book. Love you all. Thanks for being with us. My pleasure to have these shows here for all of you. Come see us again. As we always say, I thank you for your time this time till next time. We also say, don't forget to, which the world needs now more than ever, love one another, take care of one another, and do the very same for yourself. It's really important to do that. And if you love what we're doing here on the Jim Masters Show, don't keep it a secret. Let everybody know. Tell the world about the Jim Masters Show series. And we love having you here. So be well, gang. Thanks to John Davidson, the one and only. Thanks to all of you. We love your vim and vigor. And we'll be back with more great shows coming up here on the Jim Masters Show. Be well. I'm going to go eat. You go grab a snack too. And we'll see you on the next one. We do love you all. And thanks for being with us. We really appreciate it. Be well and cheers.